All right, I'm getting ready to pre-sprout my ranunculus. These are a bunch of ranunculus that I saved from last year. This is what they look like. You know, they're pretty decent size. They're a little darker in color. This is one that I have purchased. These ones are a little lighter, but otherwise they're pretty similar. I think ours are darker probably from the soil. Like, I didn't wash these off. I just let them dry out and knocked as much of the dirt off as I could. And also there's more like root hairs and things hanging from ours, but otherwise they're pretty similar. So this is what they look like before soaking. All right, so our ranunculus have soaked. This is what they look like now. They've plumped up quite a bit. And I have a tray already. I've started placing them, but I basically just put about 3/4 of an inch of soil in the bottom of this tray. And I've got my color varieties here. I've got Bonbon, Almondine Salmon, Almondine Marshmallow, and Pauline. I have 10 of the Bonbon and the Salmon and 11 of the Marshmallow and the Pauline. I have no idea how many is in this bowl. These are the ones that I saved. The colors are all mixed together. So I'm trying to do a better job this year separating the colors, and I might tag some of my favorites out of this year. This is the difference. Mine just look a whole lot dirtier. So they're not as clean looking. It's harder. They're harder for you to see, I think, against the soil, but I'm just gonna do the same thing and put these as close together as I can and get these lined up in here. I'm just kind of like lightly pressing into the soil, and then as soon as I get that done, some of these are large, but as soon as I get that done, we will cover them up with soil. So I'm gonna just keep doing this, and I'll meet you back here when we've got them all placed. All right, we've got a light on. See if that helps. So I've fit another 60 or 70. I think I fit another 70 in there. So I'm also writing how many are planted here on the tag, because I just want to try to keep track. The ones that I'm saving, am I getting as good of return on these as I am on newly purchased corms. So we're gonna get these covered up now. I just have a cheap potty mix here. It's kind of slim pickings in the stores around where I live right now, and this will be just fine. I'm gonna sprinkle it over the top here. Try to keep my dividers visible. I'm gonna have to adjust them, I think, as we go. This potty mix is kind of damp. It's not wet, but these corms were very wet. So I think between the dampness of the soil and how wet the corms are, I'm not going to add any moisture to these at this time. I'll keep like a watch on them, and if they look like they're drying out, I'll go ahead and sprinkle them with some water. But I think this should be enough moisture to get them started. Then once they start growing and have some leaves, then we'll be able to give them some more moisture. Lola's gonna help now, so she's a good helper. She likes to know what's going on. I think this is probably pretty good. My tray is pretty full here, just about to the top. And it's looking good. Like I said, I can feel dampness in the soil, so I'm not gonna add any other water at this time. And these are just going to go, they don't have to go under lights or anything like that. They don't need light until they start sprouting and growing leaves. So these can go literally anywhere, preferably a cool place. So I'm gonna actually put these down in the room where I store my dahlias, and hopefully in 90 to 100 days, we will have all kinds of ranunculus blooms. All right, it's been 2 weeks since we planted these Rununculus Corms, and they are doing fantastic. These ones are a little farther behind. The ones over here are the ones that I saved, so they were nice and fresh. These ones are actually ones I bought on clearance last year that were intended to be planted last spring, and I bought them in the fall. So they were a little slower to hydrate, but you can see they're all coming up now. So don't throw out your old stuff, guys. Like, plant it, and you'll, more often than not, I think you'll be happily surprised. So that's awesome, because these are the fancy ones. Some of these are, but they're all mixed up. So this year I'm going to try to plant them far enough apart that I can take them and pick out some of my favorite ones, because they multiply every year. This is only one tray. I'll show you the other tray here in a second. All right, here's the other tray, also looking awesome. And these are actually all of the smaller corms that I had left over. So I think I planted around 70 of the largest corms, and there's over 100 in here, little ones. But the plants are growing nice and healthy, so I'm hoping these corms will size up this year, even if they don't bloom, if I can find space to put them. But that is how the Rununculus Corms are going. I'm really happy with their progress, and I'll probably end this video here and give you updates along with my seedling tours as we go through the spring here. I thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.